hey guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? I know what's going on. It's freaking hot out, and it's really hot in here because of all the Bitcoin mining. But guess what? It showed up. Boom shakalaka, there it is. The Ender Pro and my filament. Problem is, I want it to go up here. So you see the problem. I haven't gotten around to cleaning yet. Son of a bitch. First, we need to clean off a spot. Then we need to figure out how we're going to power this thing. Then we got to power this thing. I'm probably just going to use my extension cable for now until I go out shopping and buy a better solution. Then we got to build it, set it up. Today's going to be a fun video. I'm starting late. I was going to work out tonight, but I'm like, maybe I'll skip the dish. No, that doesn't sound right because then you guys think I'm going to order Chinese food. I'm going to basically get shit going. We're going to clean up. Do I have any dishes up here I need to bring downstairs? Because, I want to bring this Febreze downstairs. All day today, I'm sitting there and I'm working. Okay, working away. And I can smell campfire smoke the whole time. Come on, buddy. I can smell campfire smoke the whole time. I'm sitting there and I'm like, doesn't make sense. I'm wearing different clothes. I'm not wearing the same jeans. They're blue jeans, but I'm not wearing the same blue jeans I wore on the campfire night. Not even wearing my Cabela's hoodie, which I got to wash because it reeks like campfire. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? Then I remembered there was one article of clothing I was wearing that night that I wore to work today, and that's my freaking camo hat. It reeks like a campfire. So I'm going to take my little tweaker light off. We're going to sit this down on the counter. And we're going to douse it in Febreze. The Febreze bottle actually worked. Yeah, let it have it. What is this, the Dollarama Febreze bottles? Just let it friggin' let it go. Let that dry off and maybe it won't reek like a campfire anymore until the next campfire if I'm wearing it. There we go. We'll just let that sit up here like so. I'm going to grab another contractor bag because a lot of the stuff up there we can chuck. So yeah, how did work go today? Back in the office. Well, let me tell you, I decided to leave this morning at like 7 to get there for 7:15 expecting problems, right? And it's a damn good thing I did what I did. Get to work. My desk has 2 monitors on it, older monitors, but still 1080p, so I was happy with that. And freaking Dollarama contractor bags. You can't get them out of the box. Anyway, so it had 2 monitors on it. They're both 1080p, 22-inch, not 24-inch, which I'm okay with. Didn't have a docking station, so I had to go on a wild goose chase for a docking station. Finally found one. Sweet. Brought it back, set it all up, got my laptop hooked up to that. Am I holding this bag upside down? I think I am. So I got my docking station all set up. We're ready to rock. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Get the laptop set up on the docking station. Only one monitor's firing. And I'm like, what the hell? And I look and there's no monitors are firing. Realized the monitors weren't plugged in. Finally get around to hooking them up. Everything's hunky-dory. We got monitors. But I go to log in and it's giving me the error, we can't sign you in because your domain's not available. That's the typical error message you get when you're not hooked up to the network. And I hooked up the network to the, and I did hook up the network, so I'm like, why the frig is it saying it's not hooked up? This doesn't make any sense. So I do some research and realize that the network cable was sitting on top, but it wasn't attached to anything underneath. I was big time worried that my network port wasn't turned up. Jesus, Murphy, where the hell am I going to put this thing? Chuck it over here. Good enough. All right. Maybe I don't need that big garbage bag. This is all my GoPro accessories. This can go up here. So I finally get the laptop set up after scrounging for parts and stuff because the monitors didn't have cables attached to them. The one had a VGA. The other one was just a power cable. So I finally get everything set up the way I need it. Good to go. And then finally get signed in only to realize the phone doesn't work. The phone was never configured. The jack was dead. So my manager comes up and says, are you having any problems? I'm like, yeah, I don't have a phone. And then she's like, oh, did you bring your phone back? Did you bring your phone in from home? And I said, yes. And she's like, well, just use that. And I'm like, problem. She's like, what? And I'm like, I didn't bring my Bluetooth headset because I was fully anticipating on using the phone system here like before. And she went, oh God, okay, 1 second. So now she's on a wild goose chase looking for a Bluetooth headset. Comes back an hour later with one for me. And I was like, sweet. But the problem is, it was one of those Parrot sets. I can't remember the name of the company. It's like Blue Parrot or something like that. And what it is just a headphone, one ear. So this ear's open. Now, not a big deal. It's better than the kick in the ass, but for the past, since I started that job, I always had a headset with two headphones. Now, you know, I don't want to sound like I'm freaking spoiled or anything, but I got kind of spoiled in that job with the two headset setup that I couldn't really work with anything else. I did, but it was rough. So, I got so much junk in this house. So much junk in this house. Like, it's unbelievable how much junk I have. And I keep accumulating more junk. Like this guitar. I'm literally going to just take shit and put it at the side of the road and get rid of it. That guitar is one of them. This here's a camera light. I'll put it over here with the camera accessories that are falling off the shelf. This battery pack. I'll put it over here with the camera accessories. Trail cam. Here's somewhere. Ooh. How big is this one? Oh, it's a 4 gigabyte. You know what? I might need that for my 3D printer. I don't know if it comes with an SD card. I don't know what the printer comes with. Got a friggin' thing of Oreo's water bowl up here. Let's put that over here for now. The DJI drone. I'll put that up here for now. I gotta go through this upper area here. Oh, you guys remember when I talked about the Beretta airsoft gun? The gas blowback. This is the one I was talking about. Basically, you got your magazine, it's airsoft, you can tell. And every time you shoot, it does this. And it actually has the real weight of a Beretta. And the only reason why I have this one in the house and the rest are up above in the garage is because I really like that. A Smith & Wesson pocket knife. We'll hang on to that. Empty pit stick. Throw that in the garbage. These video cards can go over here somewhere. I should mount another shelf in here just to put junk on. I say that, but I should just throw out the junk. Multi-purpose ultra white paper. I'll chuck that down here for now. Chest mount for GoPro, that can go up here. Glycerin, I'll just put that down here for now where I made room. I know one day I'll throw out that vegetable glycerin, and then I'll be sitting there going, oh, you can use vegetable glycerin for this? Why did I throw it out? I know it'll happen. I already know this. I don't need this funnel. These tools, I'll put them down here for now. It's not super bright, but in a pinch, it's not too bad. I gotta go through all this and deal with it. I was thinking about actually taking this weather stripping and doing my door with it for my entrance to the bedroom, just to have it done. My Mr. Airsoft ponage gear. I don't know if the mask is in there. No, it's not. I think the mask is in the closet in the other room. A bunch of coloring books for Luxton. It's all this shit. More garbage. What are you? Oh, the Mocha Cam. Yeah, that was a big waste of money. You guys remember when I got this stupid thing? The Mocha Cam? The GoPro Slayer, as the Indiegogo friggin' GoFundMe page called it. That was a huge frickin' lie. Mocha Cams are shit. I need to hang on to all that paperwork. What else is this? What are you? What do you do? Empty. You know what? I can probably use you for the fishing bag as a modification for something. What's this? This is the air pump. I gotta put that with my camping gear. The Ultimate Bodybuilding Cookbook. I've honestly been wanting, I gotta bring this downstairs. This should go downstairs in my kitchen. And then we can start doing some Ultimate Bodybuilding Cookbook recipes. Because why not, right? Why not have some fun? Why not get some shit done? Who knows? I might go ahead and make this a 2-part video instead of one really long 1-part video. Probably won't, but you never know. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I gotta go on YouTube and hide a video apparently. You guys probably heard Bill's T Max got hacked. So I'm sure a lot of you who watch me watch him. And apparently his channel got hacked. So let me just go ahead and get that done and over with, so he doesn't message me saying, hey, you didn't do it yet. I don't know why it's such a big deal, but apparently it is. Alrighty, the promotional deleting of the promotional video is done. I made a video back in the day as a promotion for Bill, and he wanted it gone for reasons of whatever reasons. So I decided to do him a solid and do that. A card here that I never opened? What? Oh no, I opened it. Does anybody actually hang on to birthday cards for every year? I don't. It's also the reason why I don't buy people birthday cards, because I feel like they just end up in the garbage anyway, so who cares? What the heck are you? Probably nothing I need. It's got coffee stains on it, so I never referenced it. Alright, so this needs to go in the wash. So I'll just chuck it over there for now. I almost knocked over Oreo's water dish that I was trying to avoid. This computer here is fixed and can go downstairs. This is garbage. This is garbage. Yeah, I just threw out a Yeti mic. Isn't that crazy? That little Yeti micro mic, the little laptop jobby. Probably saying, Adam, why'd you throw that out? It's because it's garbage. I know it looks like I'm just putting stuff over here, and that's exactly what I'm doing, so. Holy shit, brand new shoes. Yeah, wonder how old these are. Brand new, freaking look at the tracks on those things. Brand new shoes. I'm gonna have to go bring these downstairs and put them in the closet. Road trip. I should bring that laptop down too, but I only have two hands and one of them is being occupied by the camera. I should, when I get the 3D printer going, build a chest mount that can hold the camera at eye level so I can be like hands-free face vlogging. And like instead of being one of those POV people, just be one of those narcissistic bastards that keeps the camera on themselves all the time. And then start a whole new channel called the Narcissistic Vlogs, where all you see is my face all the time because I think it's so beautiful and stuff and that you should probably stare at it. I'm pretty sure that would make my channel grow faster than a weed plant on bat poop. Probably not, but 10 out of 10 would watch again. All right, I'm gonna grab that laptop and bring it downstairs too. So we're making progress. We're getting things did. We're getting things, it looks a lot better over here. I wanna clear off this whole area here and then I'm gonna wash my coffee gloop off because we're not gonna need to do that anymore, but strange development at work. So I get there and chat with my coworker Mike, and he's like, "Have you seen the kitchen?" I'm like, "No, I've never barely ever went into the kitchen before, so don't know why I'd want to go in there now." I said, "I just went in there for coffee." He's like, "Okay, then you definitely need to go see the kitchen." And I'm like, "Oh, why? What's up?" We had an industrial class coffee maker in there. I mean, the kind that like Tim Hortons has, or that you see in a lot of baristas and stuff, where it's like the great big metal vat hooked up to a water line. You never have to put water in it. Literally, you pour your beans in the back and it just pukes out coffee all day long. It's gone. They threw it in the garbage. Not saying I would have taken that, but I probably would have taken that. Well, I guess I don't need this shoebox anymore. Probably don't need this paperwork. What's this? Actually, when was that? July 3rd, eh? Cool. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. I do that a lot. That's something else that happened today, was all of us were so used to working from home. So talking to yourself when you work from home, common occurrence. And a lot of us were doing that. We were sitting there and we were talking to ourselves. And then some of us were answering ourselves, so that's a fun time. Where the heck is my cleaner? Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. So I was actually debating on tonight. Where did I put the paper towel? I know I brought a roll of paper towel up here, didn't I? I didn't throw it in the garbage, did I? Because that would have sucked. But would I? Oh, there it is. I got 3 computers in here mining right now. Good old Bitcoin, making a whopping $5 a day. Watch out, bank. Here I come. Man, this tabletop is rough. It's got bumps everywhere. It's going to be a hooer to try and friggin' level that bed on this. Like you want, from what I gather from watching the videos on setting this thing up, because I did a lot of research, guys, because 3D printing is like a whole new thing for me. So I expect to burn through a lot of PLA through testing, trial and error, which I'm okay with, seeing how a 1 kilogram roll is only 30 bucks. Anybody in the US, you're probably like, ha, we paid 12. Yeah, well, joys of living in America. It's kind of funny, actually. I've been seeing a lot of videos online of people sharing the top 10 countries to immigrate to, and Canada wasn't on the list. And I'm like, well, it's not that bad here. We just got a dummy. Just got dummy fuel prices, and I think everywhere has dummy fuel prices. I see a lot of my American friends on Facebook bitching and hollering about their fuel prices. So I can't really put that on the Liberal government. Well, I could, because they have a Liberal government too, so I guess I'm wrong. But yeah, they're saying that the number one best spot to migrate to is the US, or for dual citizenship. Get a US dual citizenship. And they explain, like, if you're a Canadian and you want a US dual citizenship, it's actually not too bad. It's pretty easy to do. And I thought about it. I'm like, you know, they make it sound pretty tempting to get a US dual citizenship. And then you can come and go out of the US as you want. You can own a property over there. Like, you could buy a house in Florida. I'm pretty sure that's what my neighbor did, because he's a Floridian for half the year and then he's a Canadian for the other half. So that's probably what he did. Okay, I'm gonna bring this laptop downstairs and I'll check back in a minute. See what I mean by how bumpy it got? Water gets under this shit and it causes it to blister. Whatever, we'll figure it out. So I got my area cleaned off. I got it wiped down. That's about as good as she's gonna get. The 3D printer is gonna go right here. One problem is I have no way to power it. So I was gonna grab my extension cord downstairs and run that, plug it into the outlet under there, run it across the room behind, and then have power over here for the 3D printer and whatever else needs power. But I think I'm going to go one step further and check out Canadian Tire for potential options. Well, Oreo isn't going to be too happy with me, but that's okay because I got to go to Home Depot. Check Canadian Tire, their selection sucks. So we're going to head over to Home Depot and we're going to grab, they got this Noma power cord. It's 15 feet long, good enough, good stuff. It's got 3 outlets. And surprisingly 2 USB ports, which I have no idea what the heck I can use those for. Maybe to charge camera equipment, or if I want to do, and this is what I'm thinking, where it's going to come up clutch, if I'm going to do a time-lapse shot of 3D printing, GoPros, like the sessions and that, they can only shoot for about, what, maybe 70 minutes before they capsize and the battery fails. I rig up a session 4 on a trippy potty, film the shot. I can easily plug it into the USB port on the outlet and keep the battery going all day long. So if it's a 5-hour shot, I'm gonna wear my Bass Pro hat because the other one smells like flowers right now. I don't need a mask. I don't need anything up there. It's not sunny enough for sunglasses. So we're good to go. Good enough. Good stuff. What do I got in my pocket here? Got my keys. Got my name tag for work. How many keys do I have in here? Why do I have 2 sets of keys on? 1 second here. I got my keys. I should just leave my pass in the truck so I don't forget it. Because if I don't wear a coat one day to work, because that time's coming up real soon, then it's not a big deal. Let's go for a quick rip over to Home Repo and we'll pick up the power bar. And as you guys can tell, my driveway is officially cleared. Front yard's getting there. We just got all this snowblowed snow. And in the backyard, you can almost walk to the tree. Well, you can walk to the tree. It's not that deep. So we're getting there. Things are starting to look like spring, boys. So stoked. 47 more days. Nipissing opener. It's gonna fly. It's gonna fly. What the hell's my pocket that's making it hard to move? Oh, it's the microphone. Ugh. Let's get you guys on the truck mount, and then we'll head over to Home Repo, pick up what we need, and we'll go from there. Just like that. All right, cool. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's go to Home Depot. So yeah, I mentioned in yesterday's vlog about the school being gone and me not noticing. Well, a lot of the times when I went out in my travels, I never came down this way. And if I did, I just didn't pay attention. I have no idea what the heck they're doing here, but they completely school right down to the foundation. She's gone. No wonder why I couldn't do my voting here. Like, they mentioned that they're going to be doing, I wonder if that's what they're going to do with Whitfield, my old high school. If you guys remember back in the day, in 2020 or 2021, one of those 2 days, I did a little nostalgia bike ride around North Bay, and I showed you guys the house I grew up in on Wickstead, and brought you guys to the lake where I used to go swim called the Cove. And then after that, we went for a little rip downtown, and I showed you guys the card shop and where the arcade used to be that I spent a lot of time as a kid, and went down to the waterfront, and I showed a beach where when I was like 16, my girlfriend and I used to go there every day. Like in the summer, we were always at this one stretch of beach and we'd just hang out there. Like if I didn't pick her up, we'd be like, okay, well, we'll meet at Golden Mile. And then we would go down there and just spend all day there until it started getting dark. And then I'd walk her home, and then I'd ride my bike back home because she didn't have a bike. So I'd walk her home and then bike back home. And we pretty much did that for the one whole summer that I had a girlfriend. Like I was young then. I was like 18. She was 16. You can call that cradle robbing. I don't know, but not really. She was only 2 years difference. But yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that. I honestly don't know why I brought that up. I had it in my mind and I just lost it. That was fun. No, but I took Nikki on a walk, and we didn't go to the beach, but I showed her where the house I grew up in. That's what we did on Saturday. I think I mentioned that on yesterday's video, though. We went all the way down and through the tunnel down there and down to Armstrong. I showed her the beach where I tested my lures a couple years ago in 2020 when I made a couple lures, and we came up this street here and I showed her the house I grew up in and all that fun stuff. But I honestly can't remember why I brought that up, and I do apologize. I literally, like, I had a brain fart so hard that I'm surprised the sound didn't come across the camera. I knew I was going somewhere with it, but I completely forgot where I was going. Yeah, today at work, it was definitely interesting. The headset I ended up getting, like I said, it's only a one-ear piece. So I'm just going to grab my Bluetooth that I've been using the whole pandemic and bring it in because it's better quality than anything they had there. Like when I finally got the phone line working, I tried the headset that they had there, and the headset literally had the battery life. Like it had a 20-minute battery life. So you'd be in the middle of a call and all of a sudden it would just start beeping at you, and you had like 3 minutes to charge it, but you can't plug it in to charge it while you're using it. It was one of those, you got to sit it on the base station. So then I'd have to pick up the handset and talk to the client, and like you're doing one of those crooked neck things where you're holding the handset on your ear and you can't walk anywhere because you got a spiral cord on it. A lot of you youngsters watching this don't know what I'm talking about, but a lot of you people who are my age, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and the motion you did to hold that stupid handset on your head when you wanted hands-free, especially if you were doing something in the kitchen like cooking and somebody called you and you're talking on the phone and you needed one hand to hold the pot handle and one hand to hold the spoon to stir. You did this like neck crank where you held it on your head. Unless you were my cousin, what she used to do is she would grab a headband and like double tie it so it was super tight on her head and then just jam the friggin' handset under there and it would hold it to her head. Like, talk about innovation. She should have been an engineer. Like, brilliant. 10 out of 10 would do again, but still. It was really awkward, so I was like, yeah, things I need to bring tomorrow. Number one, that bendy-armed iPhone thing I bought. Got to bring that with me because just laying the iPhone on the desk kind of sucks. I kind of like to have it in a stand where it's easily accessible. So I'm going to bring that with me. I know we're not supposed to personalize our desks, but I'm anchored there and I'm the only one using that spot, so good enough, good stuff. I just leave my shit and it's locked down so nobody can take it. Like, my docking station has a key on it, so you can't pull the laptop from the docking station, and the docking station is now bolted to the desk, to the bar, so it's like, it's there, it's in it, it's not going to go anywhere. And yeah, it'll be pretty sweet indeed. But I was chatting with Mike today, one of the guys that I work with, and during COVID, he bought himself a 3D printer because he got talking to one of the guys at work who was actually he started 3D printing a robot that's driven by pistons and motors and all that, runs off 2 lithium-ion batteries like the cigarette batteries I used to buy, and like 18650 if you're really, you know, properly looking for a number. And he was 3D printing himself a robot friend, and of course the sex bot jokes came up like right away, like mainly from me, but that's besides the point. And yeah, like, that project went to shit. He never got that completed. I should have stayed in that lane. There's nobody behind me. Who cares? This has got to be one of the most confusing intersections to approach. You don't know where you got to be to go where you want to go. If you're far to the left, you're turning down the highway. If you're in this lane, you're going straight. And if you're in the right lane, you're turning down the other way down the highway. But until you get here, you don't know where to be unless you've been here before. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Holy shit, we got a country style left in town? I didn't know that. Well, look at country style go. It's being all like prime and proper. Guys, I only had one coffee today. The one I had this morning. Like I said, there was no coffee makers at work, so I was jonesing all day for a coffee. But not jonesing enough to go to the Mike's Mart or Circle K and get a watered down coffee, because Circle K coffee is pretty grotesque. Oh, just gonna cut me off, but it's cool. I slowed down to let you go. I was being friendly. So yeah, we'll go pick up that power strip. We'll head back home. But yeah, Mike bought a 3D printer and he bought the exact same one I have, the Ender Pro version 2. He said he was printing for a while, but he was having problems where he was trying to print a headphone stand for his brother. And every time he tried to print the mounts, they just flopped over on him. He couldn't get them to hold. And then he just basically gave up on 3D printing and it's been collecting dust. And then he tells me, he's like, I would have sold it to you for like $250. And I was like, son of a bitch, because I just bought it. It cost me $5, but that's because I bought a bunch of filament with it. Anyway, I'm going to run inside, grab what I need, come back out, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Peace. All right, I walked around there for a bit because the friggin' app said it was in one aisle and it actually wasn't, so they moved stuff around and the website wasn't updated. I swear stores do that on purpose. They rearrange your products just to give old people like me anxiety. I don't get it though, because I'm on so much GABA right now. That's ridiculous, but still, just saying. Feels like a strat I'd pull off. All right, let's pitter patter, have at her, and get the frig out of here. So while I was in there, I walked by the electric lawn mowers, because you know I'm considering one of those puppies this summer. I don't know how much more damage the Mastercraft can take before she finally shits the bed, and I came across a nice Ryobi. All my tools are DeWalt, but not like I can take a drill battery and power a damn lawnmower with it. Mind you, that'd be kind of funny to make a drill powered lawnmower, but it wouldn't last. It'd probably fall apart. At least I'd hope it would. Well, I wouldn't hope it would, because then it'd probably fall apart and take my legs out at the kneecaps. But anyway, all I'm saying is I saw the Ryobi. She's a 40 volt, 21 inch cut. I thought that guy was gonna just try and buck her. I thought he was just gonna straight up buck her T it, bud. You dig it, brother? But anyway, so I saw it there. It's $488, not too bad of a price. 21-inch cut, full electric, runtime up to an hour, charge time 75 minutes. And I was thinking, you know, like I was like, maybe I should get another battery. Or if for some reason it takes me an hour, and it never does, to mow the backyard, then I just recharge the mower and do the front. But I also want to buy an electric weed whacker because I'm sick and tired of dealing with those stupid 2-stroke fuelies that they're great when you first buy them, but then shit the bed 2 years later, and you're constantly dicking around with them and reefing on the cable. But then I saw they had a Ryobi chainsaw in there too that ran off the same 40-volt battery that the lawnmower runs off of. And like I know I don't do a lot of chainsawing, but shit, where are we? Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Jeez, it's Murphy. That guy just all of a sudden chirped up. Scared the balls right off me. Shouldn't do that. Send out a warning flare or something, bud. Well, I guess the sirens and lights is a warning flare. I retract my statement. So yeah, pretty cool lawnmower. I was like, that's not too bad. The lady's watching me, and I pick it up to see just how heavy it is, because my buddy they don't sell them anymore, but he has one that's like the Eco mower or something like that. It was when they first started making electric mowers the way they make them now. You know, one company comes out with a product and it does super well, and then all the big tool companies just like clone them and kill them off. Like, I'm pretty sure the company who made the cordless drill wasn't like Mastercraft or that. It was probably some little company, mom and pop operation, invented a patent for a cordless system, and then along came DeWalt and Ryobi and Milwaukee and all these other guys, and just the moment the patent was over, they just started mass producing them and just making them better and stuff, and killed off the main one. Like, obviously I don't want to include Mastercraft in that, because I have yet to have a Mastercraft drill that doesn't require 72 batteries, because they last like four holes and then they're dead. I remember when Dad came over the one time, we were doing the kitchen floor, and he had to do some screwing there, and he had 4 batteries, and he had 2 chargers, 4 batteries, and we're just constantly swapping batteries on that piece of shit. And then he went out and he bought himself, a DeWalt came on sale, and he bought himself a DeWalt drill. And he was like, okay, all right, I'm getting a full job out of 1 battery. This is cool. Then he bought me and my brother each one for Christmas. And hell, I ran 1 battery for 2 years because of all the jobs I never do. And like my brother, I'm pretty sure his is still in the box because he doesn't know how to carpenter or do anything with a drill. So like, talk about battery life. It's freaking awesome. You saw nothing, you saw nothing, you saw nothing. The gas price is $179.8 here at this Shell, but they put 179 point just so people think it's cheaper, because they figure they're going to pull up to the pump, realize the price, and be like, well, I'm not starting up my truck and driving down the street to save 2 cents. And it's a good strat, because that's what I did. $2.05 for frickin' diesel. Remember back in the day when diesel was always cheaper than gas? What's that strat? It's easier to make friggin' diesel fuel than it is to make gasoline. Why? Just why is it more expensive to purchase? Anybody has any logic to that entry, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm freaking clueless right now. I'm always clueless, but like clueless to that logic. Zero. Absolute zero freaking sense to why diesel is more expensive than gasoline. And it was funny because I mentioned a couple days ago that David Rock there, David's Farms, back on YouTube under the channel name David Brock. I guess he's scared to be picked up by the hater club, and here I am advertising his channel, so that's probably happening right now. But anyway, he did another van diesel conversion. He put a 2.5 liter TDI into a newer style Dodge minivan, complete with a 6-speed transmission and a turbo intercooler. I think he said it puts out like 140 horse at 235 foot-pounds. So he's not quite in the, I think the stock van motor put out like the 3.6 that was in it. I think she dropped about 283 horse, 283 foot-pounds. So he's not quite at the power rating, but his fuel economy at 6 liters per 100 is pretty good. Pretty sure the Dodge Crappy van gets what, like 14 liters per 100? Anybody in the US, you probably just went cross-eyed while I was talking to you in Canadian, but Google is your friend, and you can look up those numbers on there, and she'll convert them to your antiquated miles per gallon and liter and all that. All right, I'm just gonna wait for this truck to go by so I don't run over these people walking these cute dogs. These cute little doggies. Such cute little doggies. All right, so gonna go home. We're gonna run this power line. We're gonna set it all up. Yeah, man, they took her right down to the friggin' wood. Jesus, Murphy. I don't know why they got porta potties on there. Like, there's no kids at the school. Who's gonna shit in them? Whatever. Can't wait to see what they build there. Anyway, guys, I'll chime back in once I am home. Peace. All right, guys. We're home. we got paperwork. And you're probably saying, hey Adam, did you ever get your check for your sticker for your truck? And I actually got it on Friday. And I was expecting $120 because of, I don't recall updating the Trans Am last year. Like in 2020, I never drove it. So I got $120. Do not forward. Okay. I just got another letter here from the government of Ontario. Looks like a Service Ontario number. And I don't know what this... Oh, it's my license and health card. Okay. But I got $240 for the sticker refund. And I was expecting $120. And it's kind of funny that I got that because that same day I went to turn my TV on. Oh, that's my health card. Where the hell's my license? Like, that's great if I get sick or anything, but still don't have my license. Is there another one in here from them? What's this? Oh, YMCA. They want me to join their gym. Why? So I can go somewhere where the cables are always broken? Sit in somebody else's sweat? Let me see here. For your convenience, there are several ways to make your donation. Why would I donate? You guys make a lot of freaking money. Piss off. YMCA charging like $150 to $200 a year for a gym membership? Eat a bag. Well, I got my new health card. I look like a hitman on it. Look at that piss. Look at that piss. Freaking straight up hitman. Coming for you, boys. Coming for you. Watch the frig out, Skivinz. Skivinz on patrol. Like, honestly, you look at the two and it's hilarious. Anyway, let's put the new one in there. Still don't have my new license, so that means I gotta carry the paperwork still. That sucks. Like all these fitness companies, Good Life, $43 enrollment. And then you gotta pay monthly. So I gotta give them 43 bucks up front to do nothing. It's a processing fee. You got to do that anyway to enroll me, and it's your job. So once again, eat a bag. This is why I don't do gyms. This is why I bought equipment. Anyway, you guys are probably wondering, hey Adam, what the heck did you buy to do the job? Well, I bought this. This is what I bought. It's a 15-foot indoor extension cord with 2 USB ports. The USB ports are 2.4 amps, which is way more than enough to charge a GoPro. It's going to be sweet. So I'm gonna just put, I'm gonna take my jacket off and my hat because I'm sweating because I forgot how hot that Bass Pro hat is. She's hot. It's so hot in here, but keep on all your clothes cause public nudity is not accepted. That's my new song. You like it? Made it up by myself. All right, so let's go ahead, go upstairs, get this party started on a Monday night. Alrighty, welcome back to the Thunderdome, and I friggin' hope to Christ that 15 feet is enough cable to go from the outlet back there to the table over here. I never measured how wide this room was, but she's got to be wide. She gotta be thick. I like it thick. Just like I like my milkshakes. So yeah, they've like braided the wire. I don't know what the hell that strat is, but it's a thing, and there ain't no thing like a chicken wing. All right, Cabela's pocket tool. Let's go. Nope, that's a saw. That would work, but we'd be at it for a hot minute. They wrap a sticker and a zip tie around it. Or they double zip tie it? They double zip tied it. What a bunch of nerds. Oh, I brought the Cabela's multi-tool with me to work today. Did that ever come up clutch? I stepped on a staple in the friggin' office. It went through my shoe. I just sat down. I'm sitting there. My boss comes up and she's like, do you need anything else? And I'm sitting there pulling a staple out of my foot. And I'm like, no, I'm good. And she's like, what happened? And I'm like, oh, a little bit of office damage. She's like, you need to file an injury report. And I'm like, I'm not going to die from a staple. Come on, pump the brakes. I'm so used to that contract life. You know what? One thing I hate about everybody on the street owning a Ford F-150 with a V8 is they all fire them up and I think my truck's getting stolen every damn time. All right, we'll see if this is long enough. Let's go. All right, guys, got her all straightened out and we got the power bar set up. Put the USB cable in it. This cable here comes with one of these jobbies, but if I film with the GoPro Session 5, I can use that to charge it. And if I film with the GoPro Session 4, I can attach a bit to it that I can't seem to find right now, but I will find it one day and I'll bring it up and I'll show you. Basically, it's a USB-C to USB micro converter. That charges at 2.1 amps. I actually put a charge on this camera with it and it did this quickly charge it. It did charge it fast, so that's awesome. So we'll have the 3D printer sitting here-ish. I don't know how big it's going to be because it's still in the box. And it's funny because I actually had a discussion with Nikki about that when I was supposed to show up on Friday. And she's like, well, if it's coming in on Friday, just tell me, I won't come up. And I'm like, why? And she's like, because you're going to be playing with that thing all weekend. And I'm like, I said, no, because I want to film a video of the unboxing, the building, the setup, and the first print. It's going to take a while. All the videos I watched online, some people took them an hour and a half, and a brand new person like me who's never 3D printed in the history of 3D printing, it took them 3 hours to set it up properly because they're going to do what I did and put things on backwards. So apparently it comes with instructions. We're not opening the boxes tonight. We're going to do that tomorrow after work. It's currently pretty late. I just got off the phone with Nikki. We were chatting about bikes and stuff. They have this store down there in Barrie called Bike Land. And you all know I really want a Norco. And the one bike they have is a Norco Storm 3. Or was it the 5? I can't remember now. One of the two. Anyway, Norco Storm. Hardtail front suspension. Kind of looks like the GT that I was thinking about getting from Sports Check. Except for my cousin told me, do not buy a bike from Canadian Tire, Sports Check, or Walmart. Go to a bike store and buy it. Well, Bike World or Bike Land is a bike store with bike technicians. And they know their shit. So that's where I'm going to go to get it. Nikki's getting a Norco as well. She's getting some Norco cruiser, not a cruiser, but a commuter. And I'm going to get the Norco Storm. It's like a mountain bike, but I don't plan on mountain biking. I know a lot of you are probably saying, then Adam, why don't you just be smart and get yourself like something else, like a cruiser or a road bike? And the reason behind that is because I don't want to. I like the mountain bike styles. I feel comfortable on them. It's just the fat bike weighs so much and it's such a hard pedal that I just don't feel like dealing with that. So when am I getting it? Probably sometime in May, June. I don't know. Somewhere around there. I'm in no rush to buy a new bike. I just want to have it before August, before I do my bike competition this summer. My bike charity this summer. So I got something new that's lighter to ride on. And maybe I can do more kilometers and get my 500 done fast. Because I'm still doing the 500 for 500. I just want to hat trick the jersey. And by that I mean 3 years in a row, 3 jerseys in a row. That's my goal. Will I do it again next year? I don't know. We'll see what's up. But I definitely enjoy doing that charity run. But I definitely do not enjoy doing it on the fat bike. Because the reviews on that fat bike are true. Going downhill, great. Going on even ground, great. Find a hill, not so great. Because it's like pushing a fridge up a hill. Not fun. But yeah, like I was telling Nikki about the 3D printer is I can wait to unbox it because it's going to be a learning curve. It's going to be a lot of work. And I wanted to film the whole process because I want to put it out there for you guys. In case some of you out there are interested in getting a 3D printer, you'll know what you're about to get into. Now, some of the printers, like the Creality Smart, literally comes pretty much assembled. The bed's already assembled and the frame's already assembled. You just bolt the frame to the bed, level it. It has an auto leveling, but all the reviews I watched on it said, hey, don't work. So that's fun. Feature that doesn't work. A lot of people buy that for the auto leveling feature because they can't be bothered to do it themselves. That's what we're going to do is tomorrow after work, I'm going to come back here. I got to put a workout in because I didn't do one today because I got home and my whole intention was let's film 2 videos back to back. One of them is going to be the video of the printer, setting up the space for the printer. Actually, I was going to film the whole thing in one. The printer and the setting it up. Setting up the space and then setting up the printer. I don't want to make a 70-minute video. Nobody wants to sit through a 70-minute video. Some of you might say you do, but a lot of you don't. This video is long enough. It is what it is. So tomorrow night, I'm going to come home. I'm going to put in a workout. I'm going back to my old front chest and back split because I love it. And then we're going to pitter-patter, have at her. Set up that printer. And if we have time, we'll do our first test print of what, I don't know, but I found a lot of mold prints that I really want to print off, even though I don't have plastisol to make the molds. Probably not going to print those off right away. We're just going to try some stuff and see how it goes. Unbox the printer, see what's on the insides. I already know what's on the insides, but we're going to see what's on the insides. You guys get to see that. And we're going to set it up. And I think our first test print, that comes with some free PLA in the box. Some just like starter PLA. Enough to do like maybe 1 or 2 prints. And then we're going to go from there. And then, like I say, we're going to be adding 3D printing to the channel. That'll be pretty awesome. I kind of want to make a 3D printed logo of the Skivinz logo. Something I can totally throw down. Make 3D stencils and put them around the house. Put them on random things. Maybe make one and put it on the Trans Am on the nose instead of having the Firebird. It's a Skivinz logo. That could be kind of fun. And I'm also thinking next weekend, the Firebird is coming out of the garage. We're not going to get too much more snow in April. We might get an odd snow shower. Nothing the car hasn't seen before. Should be fine for it. But I do want to get it out of the garage because I do want to start getting the bait shop going. It's probably coming out on Saturday, and I want to get working in that garage, get it cleaned up, ready to rock, and then get some baits ready for 47 days till openers, boys. 47 motherfreaking days. I am so stoked. May 21st can't come fast enough. So anxious just to let her rip, tater chip. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a good time. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, remember, live it to win it. And peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.